Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Welcome to the Queen Juicy Shake Show. I am your self esteemed host, no other than Queen Juicy Shake. And today is such an amazing day to celebrate. It's Wellness Wednesday, where we focus on the wellness of our amazing people doing amazing things out in the community. We're honestly not talked about enough. It's no one that we know better than the people that we are doing it right here, right now. So, we have the people all on the history, people that's doing it before us, people that would do it after us. But right now, we're talking about the people that we constantly see do it every single day. Our segment is called A Corner. A stands for artist, I stands for inventor, and E stands for entrepreneur. A place where we can all collectively share peace within our creative corner together. I would love everyone to put their crowns click together for our amazing queen. This is Queen Phierce, honey. This is Queen Phierce, honey. Queen Phierce. She is a Philadelphia native. She go by Queen Jawn, okay? Creative community leader and poet. Welcome, Queen Phierce. How are you, Queen?
I am well. Thank you so much for having me. I'm just so excited.
I am so thankful that you are here. I'm so thankful that we are here together, queens. Like, it's some queens up in the A corner. Oh, that is awesome. Well, Queen, we are so excited for you to be here. We are thankful. We are celebrating your crown and giving you your flowers while you are still here, Queen. Before we start, we have four interactive icebreakers. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. What food do you love that a lot of people might find a little odd?
Olives.
So I just recently got turned on to the olives. How long
Girl,
have you been loving olives?
all my life I used to stand by my mom while she was making different salads because she learned from her mother to put olives in like macaroni salad and potato salad. And so now I do it too. And people who don't like olives are always like, is that olives I taste in there? And they're always excited because the salad is so good. So while my mom would be making the salad, I would be like swiping a couple olives on the side. I love olives.
Oh my, so I just recently got turned on to it. I want to say maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. And at first I was kind of a little hesitant, like, and I was like, it's kind of weird. It's a different
Right.
type of taste. It's like a vinaigrette taste at the end. And I was like, hmm, this goes well with salads. And it's been there ever since.
It's so
Wow.
good. I am a little picky about my olives, though. I won't eat black olives.
Okay, so what are the olives that you now do? You do like the Spanish olives, the green olives? Now, are green and Spanish olives the same thing?
Well, Spanish olives are green, and there are multiple types of green olives.
Okay, so look at this, y'all. Y'all getting it. I'm telling y'all, when y'all come to the Queen Juicy Shake Show, make sure you have a pen and a paper, honey, because you will always get educated here. Because I didn't know that you could do that.
She froze on me.
Okay, there we go. I love it. I love when our when the reception goes on and off, but it picks right back up where we were.
Thank
That is
God. I was like, did she just freeze for me? Maybe I should be frozen too.
oh, that is wonderful. What is the most amazing fact you know?
The most amazing fact that I know, I don't know, because I feel like I know a lot of mostly useless things. Um, I don't know. I might have to come
All
back.
right, so then give us the most amazing useless fact you know. Yep,
I
you can't skip this question.
Wait, can we come back to it when the can we make it the last question?
I feel like okay, we can make it the last question. We got
Okay.
this. So make sure y'all you do not let her leave without this question because we want to know the most. We said the most ridiculous question, or we can do that one too. The most
In fact,
ridiculous
or
question,
useless
the
fact.
most ridiculous fact you know. So we gonna go to that one. Awesome sauce. What is your last goal you achieved?
Like the goal I just most recently
Yes,
achieved.
ma'am.
Um, okay. I recently achieved recording an episode of my new podcast.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
I'm a
Yes,
little off
queen.
my own time schedule, but I'm trying not to freak out about that. And
Okay.
God just told me when it gets into the world, as long as you're actively working when it gets into the world. But expect it because I'm holding myself accountable.
Yeah,
So
and I'm gonna hold you accountable too now, okay? Because we are queens. We are, that is one of our stage names that we actually go by. We do call women queens and we do call kings, males kings, but this is also one of our names that we actually go by,
yes.
on stage, off stage, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on and off. So it is really a wonderful thing, queen, to see you in your light, to see that you are, you're just going forward, and don't ever allow any circumstances, queen, to stop that, because this is your time. This is your story. This is for you. And then it's not only for you, but it's also for you to bring out into the world for other people. So,
Yeah. I believe that, and I am feel like I'm just coming to that point of realizing that
right.
in my life, just honoring my own lived experience and how valuable it
Yes,
is.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Queen, you know you valuable. You do. You know it. I see it in your face. You are raving. It's just like pumping through your skin. It's just like
Hey,
literally.
you say I'm glowing, but that's just new highlight.
Yes, she said that's my new highlight, Queen. I love it. All right, Queen, are you ready for your A moment?
Yes.
Awesome sauce. In your own words, what does being an artist, inventor, or entrepreneur mean to you?
So this is something that I like to call the all too famous entrepreneur, and
Okay.
it means when you use your art, whatever that looks like, if it's a visual art, performing art, a verbal art, to actually make your living, to make dollars and make those dollars make sense, right?
Yes. Make
And
them dollars clap.
right. Far too often, artists struggle with the business side of things. Like you're either really creative or you don't quite have like the business savvy
Yes,
to make those things pop. And so, just figuring out the right combination of that is what really lends to your success.
yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
I ain't saying
ma'am.
I got it all figured out, but it's, that's the theory behind it.
But you know what, Queen? I don't think really, even the people, let's say, Kevin Hart, Jill Scott, Eric Badu, Will Smith, any, Jay-Z, beyond anyone, Oprah. I feel like honestly it's more on the fact of we never really know what it is until it's there.
Hmm.
We can work on it a million times and really never perfect it the way we want to. And then someone else comes along and be like, you know what? You should have been put that out there. What is you waiting for? Do you see this? Like no, man, we gotta get it going. We say you gotta get the people going.
Pretty
Otis, like, yeah, you gotta get the people going because our artwork will never be finished. Our journey will never be complete. No
right.
matter how complete it is, it will just never really be that 1,000,000% where it's just like up, that's it. It really takes that perfection, that time. Just keep doing it and keep doing it. And so even if you feel like you're really not there in that sense where you want to be, Queen, you there. You there, you doing it. Keep doing it because someone will see it. Shoot, I've seen it. I've always known it. I've always known it about you. And I think that really just putting you out here in the world, that's all we got to do. Because once we leave this world, we have us behind. We have YouTube now. You
Oh
know,
yeah, we gonna live forever, honey.
right? We got Google, we got Facebook. Look, we even still got MySpace. Is it still MySpace?
Who's using it though?
I don't know, but they got the black meat now. They got so many, so many different platforms now where if it's in out here in social media, it's here. It's here to stay. So Queen, don't worry about it. Everybody will always know who you are, especially with me telling them too. I'm like, girl, if you ain't no Queen Phierce, honey, okay? So just really putting your stuff out here, I think it really means a lot, as an artist, as an inventor or an entrepreneur. So, and what's the word you said?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. I love it, Queens. I love it. Entrepreneur. So you heard it here. She is an entrepreneur, honey. She that Jawn.
Entrepreneur, joinpreneur, queenpreneur,
Yes.
mompreneur,
Yes, honey. We is all them things and more, honey. So
all of the things
respect. Yes, ma'am. Tell us something interesting that no one knows about you. No one knows.
that no one knows.
That no one knows.
That's hard because there at least one other person in the world knows almost everything about me. Hmm. Uh, very few people know that I have night terrors.
Okay. Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay. So even with your night terrors, right?
Mm.
Has it been, more of a struggle as you got older? Like, is it something that you experienced once you were younger?
It's something that I've always experienced,
Okay.
and I've come to. It's not like as frequently as every night, but it's often enough
Right.
that I notice.
Okay.
Uh, and so, of course, as all things, when you get older, you just evolve with the way you manage those things.
Hmm. Do y'all hear that? The older you get, learning how to just manage those things,
And that's
I think that
like
is an
running.
amazing thing.
It all comes with just a level of maturity. I mean, night terrors aside, just things that you deal with in your life
Correct.
require a different level of handling than if you experienced the same thing when you were 17 or 24 or Lord knows, however old I am,
Yes, honey, because her skin is ravishing. Okay. It's like, what are you eating?
Listen, if I could look like this forever, baby,
She said, baby,
I will take
honey.
it. God has done a
Mm,
work in me, okay?
I know that's right. Listen, we are so thankful, honey, that we do not look like what we've been through.
Listen, here and here for it.
Okay, we all here for it. Next question. At what age did you first discover your A style?
I would say around 12,
Okay.
and I started making jewelry. And I would make bracelets for my friends that like had their name on it or a little saying, and then that expanded into like making custom stuff, and then I was beading jewelry. So yeah, beading jewelry was my first little A moment.
Oh, look at you. She be. I didn't even know that. Listen, that is awesome, Queen. Wow. So I know where to go when I need to get some beaded jewelry. Because I love jewelry.
Yeah, and I don't really bead jewelry anymore. And then it was some years later. I'm gonna say I was in my early 20s,
Okay.
or mid-20s when I started Jewelry Junkie. So that's when I was remixing jewelry, taking old or broken pieces and making them into new pieces of jewelry. I did that for a few years.
Oh, look at you. She up here upcycling jewelry,
Yep.
creating jewelry, recycling jewelry. You just doing it.
And
Okay.
now, and so that translated into a side business I had called Phierce, and I made feather jewelry. And
Oh,
then most recently, within the last year, it was the beginning of the fall, I started upcycling cork and making earrings from cork called ear formations. So yeah, I guess jewelry making done came a long way.
yes, it did because I'm gonna need some new ear rings. Would you say ear formation? I need some
Ear
new ear
formations. Well,
formations.
these have a crown on them. I think. Here we go.
Ooh,
And
those are
crown.
beautiful.
Yeah, but some of them I take and I can actually write the affirmation on the earring. So yeah, and then I
Okay.
have like button size one. I draw crowns on them. Child, it's the whole thing with me.
Okay, so queens and kings, we know where we're gonna get some ear formations at because I believe the next show I'm gonna have me some ear formations on, okay? And just know, queens and kings, if you would ever love for me to, wear one of your ensembles while I am on live, honey, I sure enough will and shout you out. Ashe, ashe. Tell all the viewers how our energies aligned. How did we meet, Queen? How did a queen meet a queen, Queen?
Okay, so this is definitely like poetry back in the day, 2010-ish, somewhere around there. And we had a mutual friend who started a group called 4P, which I still manage,
Which
People
I
Poetry,
still
Potluck
love.
and Prose. And back then you were known as Locks of a Poet. And you would grace us with your erotic styles. Yes, honey. Everybody was lined up at the door
Honey,
for
listen,
erotic poetry.
yeah, when I tell you, honey, Locks of a Poet came out, honey. It's
Yes.
called Hide Your Privates, honey. Hide them all.
Hide your privates.
Yes, hide your privates, honey. And then you know what, Queen? I say it was really a breath of not even fresh air, but just seriously like a breath of a lot of fresh air. Okay, meeting you, meeting your platform, meeting the people that you assembled with, and poetry just really just has always been my love. Will always be my love. I am still known by Locks of a Poet. Anyone, just to let you know, my lock soon will be back. Okay, so I will happily grace that name as usual. However, just one thing I would say is when I would come to 4P, right? It was just like I'll put the kids to bed, I'm all hanging out and I got my book, my pen, and we just come in there and really giving our entrepreneur. And some people will bring food. Oh my gosh, it was the buffalo chicken dip you started making.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't eat meat no more, okay? But let me tell you, I still make a mean buffalo chicken dip. Shout out to you, Queen, okay?
Yeah.
Because it was just remember that punch? Remember that punch? What was it? The pink.
Oh, child, we was good for a punch. I knew y'all
Oh, we
would
was
come over. I would throw that liquor in that dispenser so fast. Everybody would suck it down. What's in this? I was like, ooh, it packs a punch, don't it?
girl
It's
hanging all on the floor, honey. Poetry sliding left, right, and honey, we always had a great time together. So I'm just so thankful, to have your presence here. It means a lot. Just to see you really in your light and in your time. And I always have to reach to the side of me and the other side of me to grab my queens that I know, even to grab great kings that I know, and just like, come on, we doing this, period. We not waiting for no one to tell us when we can and can't do it. No, we just doing this. So I don't do all that explaining, honey. I do it, then I do checkmate, and then I let you know what I did already. So you can love me, not love me, but love you anyway.
No
you
love
know?
lost or gained.
No, ma'am. Okay. And so just being around in your light and just seeing you and seeing how, we went from teenagers to young adults to now grown women, honey,
Grown,
and
grown.
doing it. Grown. We grown up in this and doing it. So again, it will be a lot of thank yous and a lot of celebration because this is your day. This is for you, boo. Give us four great qualities about yourself.
I am a great listener. Um, I always see the positive in a situation. I always think positive thoughts.
Okay.
Uh, I know how to gather people, and I'm a pretty good communicator, thorough communicator.
I think you're a really great communicator. I do.
I try, and I've had some challenges lately, and let's just say I
You
am
was
working
like,
on
no, man, this is not me, man. I used to do better than this.
I am working on myself. I know that I'm a thorough communicator, but I also know that part of communicating is being responsive in a way that people need and not necessarily a way that is comfortable to you. And also um, being outspoken. Like I'm a very heavy processor, and people wouldn't think that I am like very introspective or quiet, but in my home and in my peace, I'm a very like quiet being. Now when you see me out in these streets, that might be a different story, but I do a lot of processing and I speak with intention, so I'm not just going to have a lot of what I think is meaningless conversation.
Correct.
But sometimes external processors need that level of interaction from you. So I'm learning to communicate around my processing,
Mm,
just by saying, hey, I need more time to think about that, or can I get back to you later? Like those simple things, instead of me just being silent because I'm going to take time to process them before I feel like I need to say it. And that's actually what my podcast is about. It's called Processing Out Loud, and really
mm,
forcing me to face myself and my thoughts and my existence as a Black queer woman.
I am loving it. I'm loving it, Queen, because for a couple of reasons. For one, I definitely wanted to give you your flowers yet again for what you just shared about, having that time to process and communicate
Yeah.
because it is very hard to take that hour or that day. I know I do. I call self-reflection days
Mm,
where I literally take a whole day where I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm processing what happened the day before, the week before, what just happened just now. Like, hold on, wait a minute. This was too much. Let me gather, and I share it all the time. People, I have to gather because it's a lot when you are a communicator.
hmm
It's a lot when people look to you for
That part.
right. It's when they really respect your thoughts. They respect your actions. They respect who you are as an individual, what your energy brings. So it is hard to say, you know what, I'm still processing, give me a minute. Now it's like I didn't even get that far yet. I'm almost there, Queen, because it's just like, man, I don't need no explaining.
The
So,
growth point. It really is.
yes, it is. It's such a growing point because, again, I haven't gotten to, I'm thankful that I just got to that space where I said, you know what, I need time to think. Where
Yeah.
before it was just like I was rushing to hurry up and make my decision, or if I'll start kind of acting weird, like I'm stalling, and I had to learn how to get in the middle of that to say, you know what, I need a day to think. I'm sorry, I cannot give you that answer today. I can give you the answer tomorrow and be accountable and responsible to actually answer it tomorrow. So that took growth. So I'm proud of you on a growth that Queen I ain't even get to yet. Okay.
Listen, but you get in there. The thing about it, just recognizing like what it looks like for you. Um,
Right.
and it's not saying that you have to align with the way other people communicate, but the fact of the matter is we're all different people with very different needs. And my
Correct.
needs as a communicator may not align with your needs as a communicator, but if we have to communicate, if we are in relationship with one another, if we maintain a friendship or something romantic, or even members in your family, you have to learn how to communicate with that person. And
Correct.
everybody is not going to be as flexible. So one thing that I've learned is to be the flexible person
Okay.
when it comes to communicating. And I feel like that has attributed to me having fruitful relationships and connections, because people feel heard. And it's
Right.
ultimately what people want. They just want to know,
Correct.
did you hear me and understand me? Now, some people want you to agree with them, and Godspeed to those folks. But for everybody else, I am here to listen and process and hopefully find a solution for whatever it is that
Oh,
we
that's
need.
right. Well, Queen, listen, I'm gonna tell you this much. I am definitely going to first and foremost take heed to what you shared. One thing about me as being a communicator and being a peer specialist, being a coach, just being in the front point, taking that time to process is freaking amazing. If you have not tried it, please do. It will work wonders for your life. It will help you really not even be in such an anxiety space where you're able to have rational answers, rational decision making, rational habits, and then you'll be able to again come at a communal space, where everyone can just be in cordial, in cordial in a cordial place. So
Yeah.
I definitely, I'm the type of queen that if it's something I did wrong, I can say, listen, this is what I did wrong, or X, Y, and Z. So now I'm gonna share that within my energy, okay? And this is from the queen, from another queen to the queen, okay? That I'm going to share that within my space of communication. When I am processing, what, I may need one more day, but I like that. I love that. I appreciate that. And look, I shade on that one, queen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that one.
It goes a long way. It
I'm
goes
gonna
a
let
long
you know how I go. I'm gonna try because I feel like after we get off, somebody gonna try me with it. So I'm gonna use it today. I'm gonna use
Start
it
practicing.
today.
Open up that throat chakra, okay?
Yes, honey. I'm gonna open it all the way up, bust it wide open. Okay.
Bust it open for a real way.
Um, Out of all of the wonderful things you do, what is one thing you do really well, regardless of what's going on around you?
Oh, I have multiple answers for that popped in
And
my
them lashes is everything, honey. Them lashes, honey. I seen that purple, honey. I don't know if it's purple or blue, honey, but it is coming through.
It's a little blue on there, just a little bit.
It's coming through, honey.
Okay. One thing that I do really well um is I remain calm in volatile situations. So
Okay.
everybody is here.
You be
I'm the
like,
one that's here because I'm always just trying to get us here. That's it.
I know that's right. I
And
love it. I love it, honey. It was like I'm up here, down here, and
can
all I
we
really
get
want
here?
us to do is be here.
That's
We
it.
level. We need levitation, honey. I love it.
Because and that again is related to communication. Because if you're both up here, you're not communicating.
Yeah.
And if you're both uh down here, you may be in a space where you can speak more calmly.
Right.
But the idea also too is, can we meet in commonality, right?
Yeah.
Can we come to some sort of agreement, even if the agreement is just to disagree? And
Mm,
I don't have to yell at you, cuss at you, get loud with you to make that point, right?
correct.
And so when people are freaking out, when people are escalated, um, I'm the person that's usually called to kind of either to rationalize or just be a sound, like a sounding board. So,
Well, Queen, you know what? That shares a lot about your character. That means that you're in a space people trust you.
oh yeah,
Um,
I'm grateful for it. I
yeah,
do not take it for granted at all. I know
yeah,
that it is completely because people trust me,
yeah,
and I don't take it for granted.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That is an awesome
That
characteristic to have.
that's integrity, and that is everything to me.
Yeah. It speaks a lot. It does. It speaks a lot. Again, I know that took me a whole girl. That took me. Whoo, that took me about almost my whole life to do that. And now I just be like, so you just want to jump all the way up? I'm like, wait, but baby, how
It's
can
not
we?
worth the energy.
Right, baby, can we? Did you eat
So,
today, baby? Like, did
wait,
you
right.
want some
Especially
water?
as old as I am, good energy is so precious.
Yes,
Cause
it is.
I don't know. I operate in being an old lady sometimes, and I'll be like, what would my grandmama do? She certainly wouldn't sit here and argue with you.
Listen, what that bracelet say?
God.
What would Jesus do?
Yes, yes. One thing that I do like to check in with myself about is, what would my higher self do?
I
Right.
love it.
So we know that there's your higher self or spirit, right? And there's ego. So
Yeah.
oftentimes you have to ask to check in with yourself. Am I operating in spirit, or am I operating in
Yeah,
ego?
ego.
Right?
Yes.
Because that ego will just take you all the way there. And most times you find that your immediate response is ego. And
Yep.
so, again, that relates back to how you communicate.
Communicate.
That's the
Yes, ma'am.
words that you say and how you say them, right?
Yes,
And so
ma'am.
I often check in with myself. And if the response feels like ego, I ask myself, how can I say it in spirit?
Yes, honey. She don't move without that spirit,
I
honey.
cannot
Okay,
move unless
girl, we
spirit
can't.
tell me to move. Okay,
Girl, honey, we can't percolate without that spirit.
you might not hear from me for a couple days, but
I'm in the
trust
spirit.
me, once spirit tell me it's okay to reach back out, I will
Then
be
here
there.
go that next day. And what they say, and she woke up on the seventh day. Okay.
Right,
All right. She
I'm
woke back
back.
up, honey. What products and services do you have to share with the world? And are you remote or in person?
Well,
Right.
loaded question we got there. Okay, so we talked about a couple things. I've had a few virtual platforms. I started with the Queen Network, which you were a part of back in 2019, I want to
Yes,
say.
ma'am. Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
and that ran for 3 years, and then I shifted to Queen Phierce Has Spoken, which is kind of the same format, but also a lot more of my, I guess, opinion based conversation. And that started in the fall of 2021 and is on hiatus right now. However, I am launching Processing Out Loud. I really want to say that's happening this week. I feel that in my spirit. I'm getting all the moving pieces together. But it is basically a conversation with myself. It's
Okay.
me just processing life events, things that life events from the perspective of a Black woman, a Black queer woman. We briefly talked about my affirmations. They are earrings with affirmations on them, and also like little crowns, little sayings, adornments, all made with upcycled cork, from my bottles to your ear. So, so
I
I'm
love it.
really,
She said from my bottles to your ears,
yeah,
honey.
it's raw. Like it's really a labor of love. So you're literally getting pieces of me every celebration, every bottle that I drink in pain. You are
I
getting
love
those
it.
pieces of me, and I think that is so unique and special. Everything is designed by me. They are located on my shop on queenphierce.com/shop. And
Yeah.
Phierce is spelled with a PH, by the way. I don't know if y'all peeped, but I'm a creative Jawn and stuff. So I don't do F's. I do
Listen,
PHs because I'm
listen. You
from
sound
Philly.
like
Because
you
I'm a
sound
Philly
like
Jawn.
me. You,
Okay?
I do the same thing. I be like, and Susan, they'll say my name. They be like Queen Juicy Shake. And I'm like, yeah, Queen Juicy Shake. And they be like, how you spell it? And then I'm like, first of all, I'm Juicy with the E. Okay. Let me break it down to you.
Break it
Okay. Even
down.
when my nickname is Lacey, okay.
That's
People will
right.
put Lacey. No, boo. It's Lacesi. Okay. We different over here. Okay.
Right.
We a different kind of different. All right. So
Right.
we always love to express our what you say, our entrepreneur,
Entrepreneurship.
that is Queen Fear's name, honey, on here, entrepreneur, because that's what we are, and we love to share that and show people who we are, because there was a time when I either couldn't do it like that, or we were ashamed to do it, or we was, whatever the case may be, that has held us back from really, just going out and doing our things, in the creative space. And, the creators we're here to stay, boo. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on my shop, you can find all of my products. I have t-shirts that I designed, and also my book release back in 2019 called My Third Love. 11 poems for the hardest in you. So it's my first collection of poetry. And of course, I'm working on many, many more. I am also a poet, an MC, an event curator. So always feel free to book me for your events. I'm also a workshop facilitator and a motivational speaker. So feel free to book me for that as well. And I am just starting to do like motivational consultation. So if you need an idea to be fleshed out, if you just need some encouragement, if you need a jump start on your affirmations or your self-care plan, I'm doing free 30-minute consultations for those. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, but basically anything women empowerment and Black women led, that is my spirit animal, that is who I am. So if just reach out to me, child. Shoot me an email, slide in my DMs, because I like that.
Live,
Whatever
honey. I'm
you
gonna
need, I'm sure that we can work that thing out.
I am loving it, Queen. She does a lot, and you're out here doing it for the people, honey. You is popping it like it's on a handstand, honey. I am loving it. Are you remote, or are you in person, or you both?
I am both,
Awesome.
actually. Yeah.
Okay. Are all your products created from mind, heart to bare hands? Or is there a mixture between independent distributors plus engineering your own product?
Um, it is mind, heart to hand. Um, Listen, I don't go unless God lead me. So, and I know that. So I call them downloads, right? So when I get a download, I am just like really going nuts because that thing is resting in my mind until I work it out with my hands. And
Mm,
most times after that is like a decision, like, what am I doing with this? Was this something that was just for me, or is this something that I'm bringing to the people? And so that's kind of how my process goes. So that was my process for anything that you actually see on my shop. If it came
right.
to me in a download, I presented it.
Like, so this is for the people.
Right.
This is for moi.
This is people. Right.
This is for people, this is for moi. And learning the difference. That's awesome. Ashe, ashe. What are your prices? Do you have bundle packages and gift card options?
So most of my tangible items are nominally priced. My earrings are upwards of $20. My t-shirts are upwards of $25. Everything that's actually on the website is on sale right now.
Okay.
And my services are you can just contact me for a price sheet for my services.
Someone, she got a price sheet, honey. She not playing these games. Y'all better bring y'all coins to this queen.
Trying to make my queen coin. That's all.
Yes, honey.
Y'all know I'm worth it. Don't do
I
that.
know that's right. You better pay this queen her coins.
Pay your artists and pay them on time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Why are your prices worth it?
Um, I mean, just because you're not gonna get anybody like me.
Like me. I love it.
No, I can honestly say that, and this is a question that I've actually posed to myself. Like, why would someone hire me? And
Right.
it honestly because of the energy and the presence that I bring. Like, I know
Hmm.
that I am a queen. I carry that unmatched, and when I walk into a room, that's what you're going to get every single time, whether it's two or 2,000. That's something that I've prided myself on. That's always who I'm going to be. You're going to get the same energy from me. And that's it. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm so thankful for that because exactly how you carry yourself, that's why she is worth it. So she is worth it. Please pay this queen her coins and her worth it, her value, honey. She is expensive, honey. You better say that in the A corner.
Right. Right.
Preparing for each customer's success requires a journey within each sale. What is your prep stage to require your worth and monetary value?
So for me, that's just really a conversation.
Okay.
I am, we're going to talk about like what your needs are, and I am going to talk about, highlight what my work is. And if it aligns, it aligns, you know. And I had to come to a point where my price is just my price. And I'm not out here breaking people's banks. I'm not even that kind of girl because everybody know I done did a thing worth 1,000 for free.
I know that's
But
right.
we are all in the point of our lives where we should just be valued for what we bring to the table. And
Hmm.
so I am not in a position to uh, lower a price or give a friend and family discount or any of those things just on GP, right?
Right.
Just for it to just be expected because you black and I'm black.
Right.
No, we're all work. That's just like if I came to your business and your t-shirt is $35, I'm gonna give you $35. Like I'm not gonna haggle
Ooh.
you about the price. I'm not gonna be like, oh, but you know it's me. If I can get it, I'm gonna get it. If I can't get it, I won't get it. I'll see you next time. And so because I'm like that and I carry that, I expect the same thing from others. And I realize folks have different ways of viewing things and doing business, but it is such a divine line between business and pleasure.
Queen, you better know it. It's something you said. You said I value what I bring to the table. Like,
You have to value it first. If you don't see the value in it, other people aren't going to see the value in it.
yes, ma'am. So make sure, kings and queens, you have something valuable. Bring that to the table, but you must know that you are valuable first. You must know that you are worth it. You are worth your prices, and you stayed up how many nights and weekends, and you ain't going no. Remember them. Remember that. So it's okay every once in a while if you feel in your spirit like, you know what? out of these 20 things, I'm only going to provide 5 for free or complimentary, you know. But hey, these other 15, you're really gonna have to pay me my worth, you know. I love you, mom, I love you, dad, I love you, boo thing, but you know, you gotta pay me my worth because I'm worth this. I'm valued for this. I value myself, and you know, and be able to again go and say, if that t-shirt is $35, here you go. I'm giving you your $35. Thank you so very much. And it goes a long way. It does. It goes a long way. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful, Queen, that you love your value that much that you say, I'm not slashing my price. Pay me what I am worth. And I
Period.
appreciate that. Period. That's all she said. Period. So remember when you come to the Queen Juicy Shake, okay? The Queen Juicy Shake show, just period. Just really bring people what they are worth. And Queen, tipping my crown to you because I love it. Yay. Do you have single and collaborative projects? If so, what are they and who are they with?
Well, right now my projects are singular. There are some events that I would like to collaborate with folks on. I curate an event called Triple C Social, which is cocktails, creativity, and conversation. It's
Mm-hmm.
designed to be a women's self care social. We'll
Mm-hmm.
actually do some making, do some drinking, and do some talking around any particular subject. And of course, arts is incorporated. So you have your host, which is likely me, but you also have your entertainment, and all the materials are provided. Any fare is provided, any drink is provided. And so, what I'm looking to do with that is to collaborate with other influencers, organizations, to bring that into different groups.
Right.
That is a baby that I birthed in 2019 and has suffered significantly because of COVID, because it was a self care social.
Right.
We did operate virtual self care Sundays for a
Ooh.
while during the pandemic. But it is time to get back out there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Safety,
is.
of course, according to CDC guidelines. And so I want to bring that back out. I also curate mixed art showcases,
Okay.
so poetry, song, visual arts, that is also open to collaboration. And I have a couple of book projects on the table right now. And so that just feels like always. Like I always have a book project on the table. So it really just is about getting it through the printer.
Yes, ma'am. Let me just print
Right.
this out and get this started because it's gonna always be there. And I believe that it's always gonna be there because again, that's one of your things. Like, you know, that's you. You the pen, you the pen, you the paper, you are the person who puts it in set and put it in motion and keep it going for other people to be able to, especially like a queen like me. One of the first times I started catching your YouTube channel. And for the life of me, I was like, man, I want my YouTube channel to look like everybody YouTube channel. They got this professional thing going on. And it stopped me for a long time. But then I just like, you know what?
You just
I'm
got
gonna set my
to
right. I'm gonna set my thing up. I'm gonna do my thing. And once I started doing my thing and just started seeing, I'm like, man, I can do this too. Like, your shows, and even anyone else that I love just on YouTube. It's really about setting that trend, setting that thing for that next person to say, you know what, go ahead. It's your time too. We can all do this
yeah.
together.
And that's what my platforms has always been about. Like, if you've ever thought that you could do something or wanted to do something and it
Right.
was you that is stopping you, what can we do to remove that blockage of you? Because it really is just a mindset. And I
Mhm.
know that I had suffered with that for some time. Like it doesn't look the way I want it to look, or I don't have all the pieces that I want to have. And
Right.
some of that is my Capricornness and my linear thinking from time to time, as us Capricorns tend to do. However, I've learned to relax those kinds of restrictions on
Yeah.
myself, and the pressure that I put on myself and the timelines that I create for myself.
Yeah.
So right now, I feel like I am operating in a flow, and spirit has told me that it is time to put some structure to
Yeah.
the flow, because I have all of the things, all of the pieces, right? And so with a little bit of structure, you are able to really produce at the
Yeah.
level that you're destined to produce.
Yeah.
So I think that is just that's a big part of it. That's the first step. Just really visualize yourself doing. If you say this is something I want to do, then you should be able to see yourself doing it. And if you can see yourself doing it, then you can do it.
Boom. Boom. Cause like
Period.
right, we here, right, Queen? We want a Queen Juicy
Right.
Sex Show. And listen, when I tell you, Queen, so many people I knew didn't know, oh, who is she? And I'm like, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing what is in here, taking it to here, from here, taking it to here, and I'm putting it out here. And I
That's
said, if
right.
I can't do anything else, I'm going to start from where I am. And so that's where I've been. I've been starting from where I am. And I really took that focus, took that time, put a timeline with it, and just put the structure with it. And
That's
from the first time I heard someone say, I mean, this was all put together. And I was like, oh, for me, why I did that? I put this together.
right. Give
So
yourself credit.
right, so it just was like, okay. And like I said, just being able, even putting your name at the bottom of the screen, just things like that was just so, to other people, maybe so simple. But for someone that really wants that, it's just like, darn, how can I do it? And like you said, if the only thing is stopping you is you, how can we get to that level where you not stopping you? So
Yes.
what I did, I just removed me out of it. I removed me out of it, moved me out of my way. And I just was like, Queen, like you coming on this show? Like what you doing?
We doing it.
We doing it, baby. Okay. The queen's up in here. Do you have okay, so we already answered that question. How can your product, service, or organization help other great people towards their wellness?
Okay, so anybody who knows me knows that I am big on my journey in self care.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is one of the things that I amplified in my journey with Triple C Social, because it's a social design, a self care social design for women. However, I mean, everything, let me just put this out here. Everything that I have ever birthed, produced, created has come out of the need for my own self care.
Yes,
Okay. So it was an area in me that was lacking, something I recognized in me that needed more attention. And then I said, if it could help me, or God gave me the idea to do this, then I can
right.
bring it to other people, because I know that I'm not the only person going through the things that I go through. Um,
Right.
Everybody doesn't talk. Like, I know that if I don't talk about my shit, it's other people out here who not talking about your
Mhm.
shit. and
Right.
and the thing about it is, you don't really have to talk. You don't have to talk about your shit. People choose to
Do
talk
not.
about and share their shit. Okay,
Right.
but if that thing is pent up inside of you, if that thing causes you anxiety or depression, if that thing overall affects your quality of life, then there are things that you need to do to relieve that pressure on yourself. And that's what self care is.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
there are ways of releasing without feeling like the only way to do it is to tell your business to somebody else. And so I believe that's what the self care journey is about, because ultimately it affects your mental health. And so that's why there has been such a big push lately for people to develop these routines in self care because of the way it affects our mental health. And we see it in suicide, we see it in angry outbursts, we see
Yeah.
it in people's irrationality, we see it in COVID, we see it in
Yeah.
social uprising. We see it in our communities. We see it in the things that's happening around us. And I'm not saying a little bubble bath with some meditation music is the end all be all and it's going to
Right.
solve all
Right.
problems. But guess what? That hour to yourself, baby, sometimes it's unmatched. And if it's the only hour that you get to yourself in a whole week of some bullshit, then baby,
Do
you
it.
earned it. Okay. And that is your time. And
Yes,
as
ma'am.
beings, as humans, we deserve time that is just ours.
Yes,
Our
ma'am.
whole life is based on what we are to other people. But we really
Mm.
have to maximize who we are to ourselves. Because if we are not taking care of ourselves, there will be no us to be somebody to somebody else. So that's the important piece about it. That's why I am so passionate about it. And I had to learn really to take care of myself. I think self-care plans should be a universal thing. I think you should learn 10, 11, 12. Whenever you learn about needing space, whenever you learn about pressure or stress or any of these things that affect your mental and ultimately affect your physical, you need to be developing a self-care plan. And that's the importance behind it. It should become universal. It shouldn't come out of a need or a necessity or I feel like I'm about to crack, right? And so
Right.
I feel like that was what led me really to my self-care journey. Like I feel like I'm about to crack. But you shouldn't get to that point because then you're trying to hurry up and pour stuff in the glass so you can hurry up and have it to give out to other people. But if you're
Mm.
constantly refilling yourself when you go to pour, it's not an opportunity for you to be on E. There's no
Right.
opportunity for you to get
Mm.
empty because you're already replenishing yourself. If you're just making it part of your routine, part of what
Every
you
day.
already do, you don't have to feel depleted. And you can't
Mm.
depend on anybody else or any outside source to
You gotta
do
do
that
it with
for
them.
you.
Yeah. You gotta do that with them. Queen, you know what? I will say I'm very appreciative of you even speaking about the self-care because people really don't understand or understand how important it is to really have your daily care. That is your daily care. Every single day, people should be pouring within themselves first. Even if you are a mother out here, you have 5 kids, 2 kids, one, whatever. Even if you have to get up 2 hours beforehand to get you together,
It's worth it.
so you don't have to, just run in the shower, run out, throw your clothes on. You couldn't even put no Victoria's Secret smell goods on. Now you got her to throw the kids in the car, throw them outside, throw them in the school. You running in there. You on a bus, okay? Doing hair on the bus. No, these, these are things that us just as women. I'm not sure really about what men do because we do have some single fathers or fathers that really are in their children's life daily. So I don't really know that, but just speaking from a woman's point of view, a mother, and just seeing other women do it, it's like, dude, sometimes we may have to get up 4 a.m.
Hmm.
Sometimes, to be able to get that sense of peace before 6 o'clock, before all the kids get up. Now the kids up, the husband up, the wife up, the dog up, the cat up, the neighbor up.
Where's your time go? Right. Where does your time
People, look, 6 people already lined up to call you with 8 problems. 6 people already lined up to call you for 8 problems. Okay.
go? Hmm.
And so being able to take that self care, man, Queen, when I tell you about self care, people look at me like I got 8 heads. And I'm like, I need to be in this tub for 2 hours. It take me about 45 minutes to put oil on my body. It take me about another 2 hours to figure out just what I want to wear for that day. Not alone three. If I gotta go three different places,
Right.
that's three different. That's three different outfits, okay? Three different hairstyles, three different earrings, three different ensembles going on. So being able to take that self care, I'm so thankful that you even said that, Queen. And I ain't even had to poke this Queen to say it. She knows what it is, she knows what it feels like. And that's why she looking radiant, looking like she 25. Okay. Popping it like she
Okay.
25. Okay, Queen, what you doing? What's your skincare looking like? Almonds and water and
Listen,
coconut.
I am blessed. God knows that I'm a low maintenance diva. Okay. God was like, oh, let me just make her so she ain't gotta do too much. Because when I tell you, I do not do anything to my skin or my hair. It just
Yes,
gotta
honey.
smell good. It
Smell
can't
good and
make
they
me
gotta have a
break
little
out.
slick, and
And
that's
that's
it.
it. I wash my face with soap and I throw my hair in a bun and I
I
call it a
love
day.
it. Are you still locking? Are
Oh
those
yeah.
locks or that twist?
This
Yeah.
is my hair.
I
Yep.
love it. I love it. I think it's very. I can't wait until I get my locks back, girl.
Come right
Okay.
back home.
Yes, girl. I'll be there, girl. Tell them that I'm coming. Yeah, Queen. I'm
Yes,
coming.
Locks of Poet is coming back, y'all.
Yes, honey, I miss my locks, girl. Listen, the weave is cool. Whoever wants to weave, you want to do afro, that's cool. You want to do whatever you want to do. But when you got a queen like me that don't know how to do hair, whoo, baby.
It is the
That,
best decision I've made for my hair. And
yeah,
you can still have that level. I think that's what I had to learn. You could still have the flexibility that
right.
you want with your hair as far as styles and
Yeah.
all of that. And I mean, in the beginning, some of y'all, you go through that little ugly phase with your twiggles or whatever. I got twiggles hanging out on the side because
She said squiggles. I
yeah,
can't.
I ain't had a haircut all pandemic. So remember, I used to keep my side shaved. Child, that is no more. So now I got these locks that's about like this long on the side, but the rest of my hair is in the
Feel
middle.
like this. You know what? And I thought I was gonna go through that bad I think they call it a fuzzy phase or something like that. And I didn't go through it as well. I didn't go through a really bad phase. Um it really took just a lot of nurturing for me to even go through that because I started studying about it. Anything I want to do anyway, Queen, I just start studying, I research about it. I'm like, oh, it's 6 ingredients in this one, it's three in that one. Let me see which one I'm going to do. Because our skin is all we got.
Yeah.
Our nurturing, our energy is all we have. So whatever I put on my skin, I should be able to eat within. You better say that, Queen. Okay.
Oh,
What is the very thing you love about what you do?
connecting with people.
Connecting
I
with people.
love connecting with people from all over, from different areas, from different cultures, um, just different types of people, any and all people, and for the message to still be received like
Mm,
in the same way, because everybody wants hope, everybody
yeah.
wants positivity, everybody wants the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm going to be the person to tell you about it. And so
Right.
I think that's what allows me to connect with other people. People don't want somebody who is a Debbie Downer or always complaining or can only see the glass half empty. Nobody wants
Mm,
to live their life like that. And so I am making a choice and a stand not to live my life like that. Yes, this glass is always halfway full, and what we going to do with what we got?
mm. We're going to sip it and pour some more.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do, Queen. We're going to sip it and pour some more. I know for me, Queen, I would love to see your face always at the end of my tunnels, okay? Because your smile for me, honey. Let me tell you, I have always been a sucker for a smile, okay? Boy,
And
let that man be and he got a smile, you be like, you
okay,
know.
okay.
I love a smile. I think a smile Man, a smile do so many things. I mean, smiles can open up so many doors, honey. They frown their face, be like, nope.
It can. My mama always told me, she would be like, girl, you got a smile on you. I promise, whenever you in doubt, just smile.
Yeah,
And
I
it
agree.
has gotten me in and out of doors
Yeah,
that I be
I agree.
in and out
I
of.
agree. You have such a beautiful smile.
I'm
The
grateful.
color of your tone. I mean, just your teeth, like everything. You really have a beautiful smile. So if I ever was going through something in life, I would want to come out at that tunnel and see your face because just like, whew, all right, at least it was worth it because at least I got a smile at the end of this joint. And like, ain't she cute and stuff? She a bad bitty and stuff. Like, no, you know how we do, girl.
Oh,
Okay.
here comes Jawn. Oh, here comes Jawn alert.
Talking about who 40. Not me, but I look I look
Right.
it. I look 40. I love it. Crown check, queen. We're about to have a crown check. And with this crown check, queen, is where we check not only our energy levels, we also check for what we ate today and place 4 positive affirmations into the atmosphere. Are you ready,
I'm
queen?
ready.
Right now, wherever you are, I want you to safely stand up. Awesome sauce. Then I want you to do that very great thing that you do, what you're doing right now. Let me see that smile. I love it. So after she do that smile, right? Queen, do that smile one more time. Because when you do that smile, I'm going to take a picture because we're going to take a
Okay.
selfie. Okay, we're going to take a... Oh, yes, honey. She got it out. Yes. And then after that, Queen, I want you to do 2 things for me. I want you to clap 2 times. Then I want you to snap 4 times. Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. Then after that, I want you to repeat this phrase. This is my A moment.
This is my A moment.
Yes, Queen. Oh, you can sit back down. You can sit back down. You can
All
sit back down,
right.
Queen. Yes, ma'am. That was just some energy checks we be having going on for everybody.
Did I pass?
Yes, ma'am, you did. Yes, ma'am, you did. What did you eat today, Queen? What
I
did you eat
ate,
and drink today?
yeah, I ate a salmon burger
Mm,
today.
okay, okay. Was it good? Was it yummy? Was it something you like? Let me throw back, or something you cooked that was amazing?
No, yeah, it was yummy. We made it. I made it on the grill the other
Okay.
day during grilling day.
Oh, grilling day. Okay, I like the grilling. You know what? I love grilling. I just don't like to actually grill. I like to come to the grillings.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
like to yeah, I like to sit with everybody else in the grillings. I don't like the grill. I'm not a griller. Yeah. Mm-mm, I'm not a griller. So, with what you had, your grilling salmon, what did you have to drink today?
Coffee and water.
Okay. Okay. Now, was it any type of coffee or was it the original coffee?
It was original coffee. Yep.
Okay. 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 Cool beans. Now, since we already checked your energy level, we already checked what you ate and you drank, I want you to repeat after a queen. I am worth it.
I am worth it.
Yes, beautiful. I am valuable.
I am valuable.
I am expensive.
Ooh, I'm expensive.
Yes. And I am winning on Wellness Wednesday.
I am winning on Wellness Wednesday.
Yes, girl. Yes, queen. What motivated you to get started within your A style? Like, what was actually a thing that you may have been going through when you first started your A style of starting your beading and things? Like, what were you really experiencing? What motivated you?
Um. Oh, so you talking about like as a child?
Mhm.
I think it was me creating something for myself and realizing that I could do it for other people.
Okay, okay. Excuse me, Queen. She realized this at a at an inky pinky moment, and she just was like, "This it. I got it. I knew I can make these beads. You know what? I like this. Let me see if Cheryl down the road might like this too. I love it.
Exactly.
I love it, Queen. What does it look like when you're in your creative space? Such as, what do you eat, drink, or listen to for a greater creative flow? Like when that queen be in there mixing and making, what you be in there doing? Like, what it look like?
So lately I like to blend my creativity around my self-care ritual.
Okay,
Um, which is my self-care ritual is yoga, but it's in an isolated space
okay,
with appropriate lighting. I like candles, I like incense, sometimes sage, sometimes other herbals, sometimes other libations, and I meditate and I do my yoga, and I do my yoga according to what I feel my body needs. And
okay.
then I may go into uh, writing or other forms of creating right after.
Okay, okay. She's setting the mood, honey. That's what I call setting the mood, honey. You gotta set the mood. You gotta set the energy. You
Yes, I
gotta get your
go move
chakras
that.
aligned.
That's right. Line them up.
Yes, honey. Line them ducks up, boo. All right, we got the sage. We got, baby. We got too much light on that side. We need a little bit more light on this side. Is it nice and cool in this? We gotta set the temperature, honey. We gotta set it all because it has to be set right for our energy to flow. If you had to recommend any of your store products and or services to someone, what would it be and why?
Well, I am a fan of affirmations. I just think it's the best idea.
I love it. I've never in my life heard of ear formations, Queen, and I can't wait till I have mine on my ear, honey,
Yeah,
because
you could
I'm
get
gonna
the
be
custom,
shaking. I'm
the
gonna be just like this.
whatever,
I'm gonna be
um,
shaking like nobody business.
yeah, whatever I am statement you rocking with. I am fierce. I am love. I am
Yes, yes.
beauty. I am peace. I am a vibe. Like, put that shit on an earring and just let
Mm.
people know who you are. Like,
She
hey,
a
I
whole
am a
vibe. She a whole
beauty.
fear. she a whole everything. You gotta put that I am on it. Queen, I can't wait till we finish this interview because I gotta order me some. I am. I'm gonna think of I am something, honey, and I'm getting it on
Yes,
the earring. Okay.
I'm juicy. Okay.
I am juicy with the E, honey, not the regular juice.
Hey.
Snap, snap, Queen. What are you currently working on? Because I know we talked a little bit about that, but what are you currently working on?
Yeah, so we did talk a little bit about the podcast processing out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
But I also right now am in a space of in my processing, I'm also doing a lot of writing. And I've realized that these writings are maybe like bigger, more like fleshed out thought um, and emotion, and they often come with stories. So I imagine that this is the first stages of a book. And so, but that's very much, I'm still in the exploration stage of that. I'm also picking up in my drawing. I have not drawn since I was a teenager. And so I just picked up a pencil again and started.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about my drawings, and I'm hoping to use them in future projects.
Okay, 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 Queen. Okay, she done picked up that pen. She picked up the pen and the paper and she about to scratch it up. She about to mix it in. She about to put some color to that thing. She about to make it pop. I'm coming, Queen. I'm coming for some artwork and the information. Okay, I hear you. I'm about to have a whole Queen Fears section, and on one side, it's coming, Queen. I'm coming for you. Where do you envision your art, invention, or organization in the next year?
Wow. So I imagine myself um, facilitating women's empowerment workshops on a more consistent basis. I also envision myself facilitating beginners poetry, which I've
Okay.
done for youth and other people. I imagine myself being more active in consulting in alignment with honoring my lived experience, right? And I imagine at least one of these book projects to be off my table and into your hands.
Yes, in them stores, honey, and grabbing them because, honey, you everybody need to see you, Queen. Seriously, everybody need to see you. Everybody needs to be in your light. Everyone needs to feel your energy in a great way because I believe that the world needs you. I believe that the world not only needs your story, but the world really needs your hands, Queen. Like you. It's something about you that only you can do. No one else can do it. And they need you to do it. And one of the things I know is I would love, love, love for you to be our host in next year's Queen International Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes,
That sounds
ma'am.
spicy.
Yes, ma'am, Queen, because
Please
it
get
is.
on my calendar so we can talk more about that.
Yes, ma'am. Because one thing, I mean, I always love your personality. I think you have such an amazing, bubbly personality. I think that everyone, again, if you are going through something in life, I feel like it's a joy to have joy. You know, it's a joy to feel joy. It's a joy to receive joy, and it's a joy, honey. To even if you going through it, still have a smile and
To be
feel
able
that smile
to
and know that that smile is really lifting. You're healing people in so many ways. You're healing people. So I don't care what you go through, Queen. Don't ever let that stop you because, honey, your light, people need to see that. People need to feel that. People need to feel that warmth.
and I appreciate saying that because in full transparency, over the last year, really, these last 12 months have been especially difficult for
Right.
me. It has really affected like my levels of productivity and the ways that I show up for other people. But one thing that I've learned is honoring myself, honoring my grief, and honoring my processing, and being there for me so I can be a whole and complete being that moves about this earth. Before these events, one thing that I always preached was consistency, consistency, consistency. And I felt like I was being hard on myself because I wasn't producing at the same level. And I
Right.
just had to honor where I was. I am a person who has often push things aside that has involved negative feelings just so that I could keep going. But that
Right.
doesn't really make you out to be a complete whole person. You're just
Right.
operating, you're just existing in
Hmm.
this life, just moving through, just going through the motions. And there's so much more to experiencing this
Yeah.
life than that. And so, even though it has been a difficult year for me emotionally because of the grief that I have been processing, it's also been a very positively introspective year for me. Just being able to view negative emotions that I carry in a positive way, and being able to manage those emotions in a positive and healthy way. So the person that you see before you is constantly working on her complete, whole, and best version of herself. And that's how I want to show up in the world. That's who I want to be to other people. And so that's why, I do the things that I do. That's how I got here.
I love it. I love it, Queen. I do. I love it. And we definitely don't have to, go through it here. But just know I love you, Queen. And just know that through it all, honey, I don't care, I've been rocking with you like because I know the person that you are. I spent intimate times with you and, intimate spaces with other creators. And again, to just see you grow, they're flowers, like you're opening up and opening up, And again, just to see you and see you in your light, Queen, I am giving you your flowers. I am tapping your crown.
I am grateful for that. And thank you so much for this platform and having queens like me here just to tell our stories. It's so important to have these safe and brave spaces, especially for Black women, especially for Black queer women, when so often in the room we are the ones that are muted. But I don't know if y'all noticed, I am a person who takes up space and enjoys doing so. And so I am now comfortable in saying that I will not be muted. And if you see me in silence, that doesn't mean that I'm muted. It means I'm processing, but I'm coming for you soon.
Yeah, as soon as when you said that, and I was like, no, because she processing it. She processing it, honey. Okay,
You
we have
already
moments,
know.
right? We have moments, honey, that we don't mind being mute, but honey, oh, when we talking, oh, we gonna talk again. We gonna talk again. So just being in your space, Queen. Um. mm, we just gonna keep moving on because me personally, anybody that know me, I get emotional. I am emotionally intelligent, and I am okay with, taking that time to have a tear or two. My emotions go where they go, and I allow it to, and I make sure I wheel them suckers back. Okay, so just being in your space, seeing your beautiful face, your smile, your energy. And then you got that little feng shui in the back. Listen, okay. It was meant for me. So let me tell you real quick. Is that a saxophone back there?
It is.
Okay. So FYI, Queen, I have been searching for my first saxophone.
Here
Yeah.
she go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Okay. 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 And when I was a kid, I used to play the flute and I played the recorder, and I forgot all about it. And it's like I keep hearing these saxophones, and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is putting me to sleep, honey. Who is singing to me? Okay.
Yes.
And you have that piece in the back. So again, this was nothing but confirmations. This was nothing but just being meant to be placed out here in the universe. And Queen Honey, you better go tap that crown and do what you do, okay? Yes, honey. All right, so we almost about done. We got a few more questions.
Okay.
Where can the great people find you and your work, such as social media, hashtags, blogs, or websites?
This is an easy one, okay? Queen Phierce everything. So on Instagram, I'm Queen Phierce, Queen Phierce. If you want to contact me, it's queenphierce@gmail.com, spelled the same way. My website is spelled the same way, queenphierce.com. On Twitter, I'm Miss Phierce, Phierce spelled the same way with a PH. And on Facebook, I'm also Queen Phierce. On YouTube, I'm also Queen Phierce. So you can
Hey,
find me on all of the things, well, most of the things, because some of these things is for the zillennials, and I'm not there. So
I know that's right. She said, listen, y'all find me where y'all find me. If y'all don't, I wasn't meant to
I
be
am
there or I
on
ain't there
TikTok
yet.
though. I done made it over to the TikTok, child. They make it hard for older creators like me, but I'm I'm
Yeah,
here.
We're not even going to talk about okay, because I'm still on just the recording side of recording stuff first, then putting it on there. Okay, so I didn't even get to the videos yet. I ain't even. I
Well,
gotta slow do this.
it's a work in progress. So on
Yes,
TikTok,
it is.
I am Phierce Tings. So Fierce with a PH, Tings with a Z at the end. Fierce.
Ooh, I love it. Say that one
Fierce Tings. I go
more
places,
time.
I do things, I make stuff.
I
That's
love
my
it. Yes,
TikTok.
thanks. I love it. Oh, you better. Oh, girl, that's spicy. That's on the shirt. I feel it already. Fierce tings. Yes, honey. How did you enjoy your A moment?
I grateful for this A moment. As I mentioned, this is such a valuable platform. Thank you for having me and just uplifting my personal work. Um, and I hope that, it was beneficial to your viewers. I'm grateful to be here and I'm looking forward to Atlanta, I guess.
Yes, girl, she gonna be in the A with the A.
Right.
I love it, Queen. Is there anything else you would love to add to this interview before we close?
Yeah, one thing I didn't mention anything about my professional life. I am, if you follow me on Instagram at Queen Fear, you'll see that it says that I'm a community organizer and creative Jawn. So those are very much the two sides of me that I express every day. I am a community organizer with a repro justice organization called New Voices, where
Yes.
we advocate for the complete health and well-being of Black women, femmes, girls, and gender expansive people. And so it's been quite the journey to come into this work, but also to work with an organization that affirms me in my Blackness and my queerness and my womanness. Um, so I love the work that I do. Um, and I love being a part of something that is so much greater than me.
Hmm. And that's the big piece right there. Something that's much more greater than me.
Yeah.
And that's where this came from, something that's more greater than me. Because, honey, I can't take none of this stuff with me. All right? We cannot take it with us.
But it is.
Okay. And if all I can do is bless one crown, that was my only job. And again, thank you, Queen, for being a part of this A segment. Thank you for being a part of this Wellness Wednesday. Just again, thank you for being who you are. And without you, Queen, there would not be no me. I promise you, not at all. And
It's
so again,
a
thank you.
pleasure so much. I appreciate you. We can connect anytime.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I can't wait to see y'all again.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you to our A featured guest member, this beautiful queen. Thank you for joining and being a part of our A Corner, where there's always a space for you and all your creations. If you would love to be a featured guest member, connect with our Queen Secretary, Natasha Green, to book your slot. To leave an inspiring message for our other A guest members, please leave it at the end. You can definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are on Spotify as well. You can click the icon button, the little bell button in the corner so you can never, ever, ever miss a show. If you would love to be a part of it, we love and support you. And we always support moving lips. All right, queens and kings. So peace and blessings on your creations. And guess what, y'all? We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it in the A corner.
Hey.
We did it in the A corner. I love you, Queen, so very much. Thank you for this peace and blessings. And ashe, ashe, ashe.
Ashe, have a great one.
You do the same, beautiful.